What's going on, everybody? It's Tavon Mason, former New York Jet wide receiver. You tuning into the Flex Zone on Fox Sports, 1340 AM. Yeah.
Miss us, but there's no way you can miss us because we're the show that keeps spitting you that sports fire. We don't give you that much time. The Flex Zone, baby. The only place you get your sports how you want it, when you need it, our home. 1340 AM. I happen to be your host, Mikel Ramos, out here feeling like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz because it's football season and it's home. There's no place like home when it's football season. Usual suspects in the house tonight. Starting to my right, hello.
What's good, everybody? This is Dre. Follow me on IG, Black American Dream. On Twitter, Andre1A Melton. Facebook, Andre Melton.
Cruvante Hurd here. That's CREVONTE HURDE. That's Twitter and Facebook. And Cruvante_Hurd on Instagram.
All right, this is D. Check me out on the Twitter at Die Sporting Nap and also on Instagram at DeMars D.
Flex Zone Faithful, same face. Same place at BKD_TV. Let's go.
Go like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us and comment on Twitter and Instagram at The Flex Zone 1. And if you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, send us an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tonight's episode, the National Football League, people.
We back.
Yeah.
And somebody, before we get into all that, before we get into the normal stuff we get into, I got to introduce somebody. Back in the day when I was young and starting out on this radio thing, my great partner here, Dre, told me about a place called WPB Radio. He said they do a show every, Tuesday? I forget the day.
It was Tuesdays.
Did every Tuesday. He said
Tuesdays
you should.
at 7.
At 7. You should come right along, he said, Mikel. And I came right along. And because I came right along, I got a chance to meet next to somebody that not only made me better, but became such a good friend. Tony, a.k.a. the artist formerly known as DeMarco Grimes, makes his Flex Zone debut, my brother. I missed you.
I missed y'all, too. I missed you. Also, you're doing big things right now, definitely. I'm so proud of you.
Oh.
I'll be telling everybody, I know her. I know her. I feel like I'm a fan, but I'm definitely proud of you.
Tier, I hope this is not the last time we see you, and I hope that this contract, Dre,
I try
is
to come
signed.
as much as all.
We got a new member here. That's even if you in the
y'all
building,
need me, y'all can be here. Just let me know.
Even if you in the building doing something, helping us out with this is the video man too. Come on, bro.
Man, I remember those days, like when you went to me for my social media. I looked over to him like. Because back in the day, that's when I was Drizzy Dre.
Black American Dream. He ain't a Black American Dream for no reason.
He was underscore Drizzy underscore.
Right, underscore. He had a lot of underscores. A lot of. I had to tell him, like, break it down. Everybody don't know the underscores. They know Drizzy Dre. So just hyphen it a little bit.
One thing else about Tony that you all need, you're going to get probably through the course of this show is Tony is a comedian as well.
That's right. I find some of the craziest things funny to me. So, a lot of times, other people find it, funny too. It's just me. But, y'all check it out when, it comes about.
Family's in the house tonight, so it's time, people.
Definitely. Football season
Week
is here.
1.
It is here. It give you goosebumps for real. I feel like a player. I can't even sleep on Saturday, week 1.
That's funny, because the funny thing we were just saying, me and Cavante was in the room, was like, the hit. We saying, get up. And we saying, get up like we was being able to get up. And it didn't happen like,
it's not about that life at all. It's not about that life at all. Get hit and stay down.
Right.
Bring every paramedic you got back there. I can't.
There's not even nothing wrong with you. You just got the wind knocked out of you. Now bring everybody for this
My
one.
leg. You just can't breathe, sir. Anywho, before we get into the scores that actually happened. Well, yeah, I'm going to get to the scores. We got to settle some things real quick. Byron, you have the daunting task this year of making sure, and Tony, before you leave, we're going to get your picks too, bro, but for next week, for week 2. But you have the daunting task of keeping up with these picks this year. Is Cravante going to run away with it? Will we have a new emergence of one of us? Will it be me? Or will it be Dre?
Well, you know what? I never run away with it. I always sneak up on people. Like I never run away with it. So the way I start, I'm not even worried about it.
What's the implications this year? What'd you get this year?
Is it cash?
No, they don't nobody want to bet me. That's what it is. That's what it is. Two-time champ over here. Don't nobody want to bet me.
I already told you I'm coming for the throne.
We don't
I'm
have
not
any.
losing 3 in a row.
You won.
Lord.
Wait a minute, time out. We have no implications. So would you get dinner? You got dinner last year, right?
I got a couple.
So is it a McDonald's dinner or is it?
Nah, we going somewhere.
There's no happy meals here. There's no happy meals.
Okay, how about this one?
We'll come up with something.
The person that's in last place
boy,
has to take the person that's in first place to Miss Shirley's. That's some money if you take somebody to Miss Shirley.
All right, Michael.
I like
you ready to pay?
That's a good dinner.
Listen, brother.
I'm fine with that. I know for sure I ain't gonna be no last, so I ain't even worried.
I love my pancakes with blueberry and banana, brother.
I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready to agree to
I just
that.
said I already know you're gonna pick the Redskins every week, so
that's
you know.
That's one team.
And there's no excuses, so you can't be like, see, look, all right.
So I'm ready. I'm
happened
ready.
Right, this wasn't a pay week,
I'm blaming on Deflategate.
Like, it was 2 years. It was 2 years
was out
ago.
4 weeks. That's what happened. Brady was out.
Like, nah, you knew that before the season started.
Big time.
Well, let's sleep on it. Let's sleep on that.
We'll sleep on that. We'll sleep on that.
Byron, you have the floor, my brother.
Oh man, yeah, week 1 was crazy. What, like, how many games inside about 1 touchdown or
Yeah,
less?
at least
Except for the
12, right?
Or field goals.
Yeah.
Except for the Redskins.
We'll get to that, I'm sure.
Except
But
for the Redskins.
through the first 15 games, as we have one going on currently right now, we'll start with you, Mikal. Through 15 games, you went 9-6, so not a bad way to start off.
Not bad.
Guy to my left, D.
Right on.
I call you DeMars, 9-6 as well. 2-time defending Flex Zone Picks champion, Cravante, 8-7.
You picked the Bills. You made a mistake picking the Bills.
Drizzy Dre, 9-6.
All right.
Chanel from the weekend edition, 10-5, holding it down for the ladies. Tristan went 10-5.
Weekend people kicking.
And last but not least, I went 8-7. But anyway,
Slide that in there.
you didn't hear that.
That's all right.
Oh man, let's get through. Let's
So
get
it's a
through.
tie for last.
Tie for last.
Time for
Yeah,
last.
it is a time.
And Miss
It is a
Shirley's
tie for
don't
last.
serve.
It's early. That's all I'm going to say.
And Miss
I just
Shirley,
said, you already know. I'm 2-time champ. I never start good.
and Miss Shirley's don't serve turkey bacon, baby. Anyways,
It's a marathon, not a sprint, as they say. That's right.
so what do we believe in? The tortoise in the hare, whatever the heck that is. Anyways,
There you go.
let's go. The wild week. That was week 1. I'm just running some scores by you real quick. I'm running some final scores that went by you. As we all know, Thursday, September the 8th, Panthers, Broncos. This game, okay. The score was closer, but the heart was still taken out of the Panthers by the Broncos. They lose to the Denver Broncos in Denver 20-21 on Sunday, which happens to be September 11th. Remembering, we will always remember. Get you guys' thoughts on that later. Buccaneers, they win in what happened to be the NFC South battle, 31-24 over the Atlanta Falcons. Vikings, 25-16 over Marcus Mariota and the Titans. The Browns lose to the Eagles. Carson Wentz, talk about looking all right. Wins 29-10. RG3, we'll see what happens with that one.
Whoopie's done.
He gone.
I
He's
know.
out of there.
Whoopie gone.
The Bengals, baby. Mr. Redhead himself, Andy Dalton, is healthy and he's back.
That he is.
I told y'all they're going to win the playoff game this year.
They go and
wouldn't go that
beat the Jets 23-22 in a close one.
Book it.
The Raiders. Wait a minute, I can't do it.
Come on, Dre.
You sound like you really came from the swamp and the pits of despair to get back.
He
Anybody,
came from the depths of the black hole. That's where he came from.
He came from Oakland. That's where he came from.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
they beat the Saints 35-34 in another close one. The Chargers, San Diego was looking bright on the bright side first, at the beginning, and they were beating the Chiefs. Right. But then they lose to the Chiefs, 33-27.
That's all I say. Flip Rivers.
Bills coming, Bills coming
It
to
wasn't.
town, baby. They did what?
They lost.
Ooh, what you call it?
And I told y'all Ty Mop Taylor would show up. And he did.
Be respectful.
Ty Mop.
The Ravens look like the old Ravens.
Okay.
The defense did.
The Bills, ladies and gentlemen, they come to town, plays your Baltimore
the offense
Ravens,
did
and
too.
the Ravens beat them 13-7. Cutler and the crew
Suckler.
face the Titans.
Be respectful.
Hopkins, woo! 23-14 over the Bears. Texans.
My man Will Fuller looked good.
Yeah, he did.
Byron, I keep saying it. The Jags look good, baby. They gave
Hold on. You got to get the proper introduction. Playoff bound Jacksonville Jaguars.
I don't know about that one player.
Slow down, big fella.
Slow down, big fella. You reaching, big fella.
Slow down.
Hey, Dre, just play back the tape. Play back the tape.
They gave the Pack some go, but Discount Double Check closed the game at the end, 27-23. The Pack beat the Jags. The Dolphins, losers to the Seahawks at a last-minute touchdown? Wasn't on what that was. 12-10. They look kind of sloppy to start the game.
They were holding off. They were.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Get out of bounds. Cowboys lose at the end, too. The Giants welcome back Mr. Mamba himself, Victor Cruz. They beat them 20-19.
Everybody Mamba.
It's time to dance, as I was saying.
I can't wait to hear that on Sunday night when they put the music on and everything. Anyways, who knew Odell Beckham Jr. and Victor Cruz can coexist together? Anyways.
It's early.
I did pick them. Oh, that's right. I didn't pick.
You didn't pick them yet.
Yeah, I know.
It's early.
Just saying.
Anywho, the gut wrencher, at least for the Colts. Anyway, they lose to the Detroit Lions 39-35 in another thriller.
Jim Caldwell gets some revenge on the Colts.
Mr. Garoppolo, baby, Jimmy. Hey. Next man up is the Patriots' philosophy, and next man up got the job done because guess what? They beat the Cardinals 23-21, and without the man that happens to be Gronk.
And Tom Brady. Carson Palmer, you should have shut your lip. You got what you deserve.
And Julian Edelman, man, you gotta love you. Julian Edelman always ready to fight. How you hit the guy that takes care of the sound on the sideline and pushes him to the ground and looks at him and talks smack to him like he did something to you. You ran into the man.
Right.
He wasn't bothering you.
That's football.
Games that stood out. Questions, comments, concerns, surprises, disappointments. We're gonna let our guest start first. Tony.
My game that stood out was the Dolphins actually trying to take it to the Seahawks. You didn't really think that, they could, defense was going to step up and actually contend with the Seahawks, even though, people still kind of doubt Doug Baldwin and, still kind of doubt they don't have a running game because Marshawn Lynch, is retired. But the Dolphins actually played a close game. Well, their defense kept them in the game anyway. So, I think that was the game that stood out to me a little bit.
Any disappointment, sir?
Out that game
or any other game on this run?
The disappointment game, I think, was, I'm going to say, there's a lot of them.
I would say pick one.
Because I really thought, the Colts was going to beat up on the Lions a little bit because the Lions didn't show in the preseason they had a defense. So I thought the Colts was going to have a better, even though they corners is kind of beat up too. But at the same time, I thought they was going to kind of, stick it out. But
I think the Lions still proved they didn't have a defense.
Yeah, true.
You ball so hard, Tony. Any thoughts on the Ravens?
Oh, I ball. So I think our offensive line, need to gel a little bit more because we still had the rookies. Our offensive, I think that alone would have made our production a little bit better because we kind of stalled in the second half. We didn't run the ball as good as we thought we could. I think the play calling could have, we could have made it a little more misdirection because the Bills do have a stout defensive front. So I thought, I know we play a downhill game as far as our running game. So I think we could have made a little more misdirection. Just with the plays that we did misdirect, we actually converted with big yards on that Wallace sweep. He converted a first down on. So I think we it's the first
progression.
Week. Progression. It's the first week, so I guess we get it better. We get better day by day.
Gets better with time. Cravante, you're never a guy that's short of words, brother. Week 1.
Let's see, surprises. Even though I picked them to win, it's how they won that surprised me. The Raiders and the Saints, because that game looked crazy early. I said is the Raiders, what's going on? And the Saints, I'm like, I know the Saints ain't stopping nobody. Like, what's going on? Like, why is it such a big margin? You know what I'm saying? A big margin, a difference in points. Like, what's going on? But as Old Faithful, that good old no-name defense that should remain no-name. Let them right back in the game, and the Raiders went for 2. I think that was a gutsy play.
Jack Del Rio, baby.
Jack Del Rio, that's a really, really gutsy play, and I think the Raiders are on their way up. I think that's a good sign at the beginning of the season.
Anybody else?
Man, let me say a surprise for me is Carson Wentz. I did not expect for the
Now
the
you're an Eagles fan now.
No.
I didn't. It surprised me too.
The Eagles is
29 points.
Tony but then again, Tony knows this. You know that he got a patchwork quilt of teams over here, right? Yeah. So I don't even need to enlighten you on the man that happens to be Dre.
He buys with everybody.
Irritating, the most irritating thing ever. I'm trying to tell you.
nevertheless.
And he says that afterwards, like that means anything. Like.
I really expected the Browns to come out and win this game. I thought RG3 was going to be back to RG3 and instead of looking like Robert Griffin III.
Whoopee.
Robert Griffin ain't right now.
He's Whoopi.
He looked like Whoopi out there, and he was getting whooped the whole entire game.
He had the ponytail. He had a braid.
Do you blame him or do you blame the offensive line?
I blame everybody. A lot of that.
With the Browns, gets spread it around.
You mean the Clowns?
That was your first mistake, picking the daggone Browns.
Yeah.
Amen.
I made that mistake.
You can't pick
All
clowns.
three of y'all. All three.
Y'all can't pick clowns.
But shout out to the rookie though, because he actually looked good out there.
Definitely.
He proved me wrong.
Nobody got to talk about the Cowboys.
I
I figured they would lose, and they did.
They are.
If you want
the Cowboys do what they do all the time.
Let me get some help from my man Byron over
now
here.
he's a Cowboys fan. Here we go.
But I'm gonna get some help from my man
sympathizer.
Tony as well,
No, you're not.
because in that game, Dallas clearly should have won that game.
Of course.
Clearly?
But
Explain yourself.
First of all,
He has actually right.
Let him have the floor.
First of all, that was a catch.
Oh my
And
gosh! There you
this
go,
is the
reaching
se-
again.
This is the second time
was a catch.
that the
It wasn't.
referees
Are you
have
serious?
said. This is the second time the referees have said that Dez did not catch it when it clearly was a touchdown.
It wasn't. Neither one was clear. But okay.
No, it was crystal.
sorry.
It was crystal clear,
it
brother.
wasn't,
And you, come on,
The
brother.
ball moved.
Come on, brother.
The ball moved.
Come on, brother. We need to buy you some contacts or something.
The ball moved, but the ball never touched the ground.
Listen, the point
And
is,
he had
when he had
good
possession, where was he?
Huh?
When he actually got the ball in possession, where was he?
In the air.
Out of bounds.
No, he was in the air.
No, he was out of bounds. Did y'all not see the play?
He
was
dragged
right.
to the pylon.
Yeah, he
never
dragged-
always
exactly.
He
went
was
out of
in
bounds.
dragging to the pylon. He was already in the end zone.
Right, in the back of the end zone. He never went all the way out of bounds.
But I'm saying, when he got control of the ball, where was he?
On the ground.
Out of bounds. On the ground, out of bounds.
So,
Do I have to pull up now?
If that's what you want to do, I'm
We
going to
can
talk.
do that.
Orlando Scandrick, of course you pull a hamstring. Odell Beckham Jr. burns you. Anyways, D.
Tripping. Why you have him on him? Like,
You know, the game that stood out to me was the Chargers having two hands around the neck last
Oh,
afternoon.
yes. Choke. Artist.
You know, Flip Rivers did his thing. Wasn't Flip's fault. His defense flipped in the second half and became chumps. And,
Yeah.
wait a minute, I don't know why you even calling them Flip Rivers, because if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't even been in that
Well,
game.
no, Melvin Gordon actually.
You be respectful to
For
my man.
Melvin Gordon.
I already say Melvin Gordon 2 touchdowns. It was the defense. Don't blame nobody on offense.
Yeah.
Don't blame nobody on offensive ball.
Defense.
Offensive side of the ball. That was the straight defense.
As
Let him
Kavante
down.
would say, you had one job. The
Right.
offense did their job.
Sure did.
Defense, I don't know where you was at.
And I guess
The
the
ATB out for them.
It was in the offense.
the disappointment was the Jet fans out there that thought they was going to beat Cincinnati.
Yes.
But
Hey, man, that was close.
I
That was
kinda
close. They were
disappointed,
close.
too, 'cause I picked the Jets.
Wait a minute.
They were close.
Can I send
They were
another?
close.
I'm sending another
That's my
APB out.
disappointment pick
The
right
Jets?
there. No, Brandon Marshall.
Thank you.
He was my disappointment.
Between Brandon Marshall.
He must have
Eric
still been.
Decker.
He must have been still
Hey,
stuck
Decker
in
got
that
a
kneel he took.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
He was dropping passes. He only had 3 catches.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
And then, you know, Nick
like, come
Foles
on.
missed the
You gotta
extra
do
point.
better than that to be the number one
Had a
receiver.
field goal.
Man,
block.
yo, and them extra points, I think that's a good move by the NFL because, you know, what the extra points was before,
It was
a
easy.
gimme. Like,
Right.
I think they had, 97% of the time? Man, it got to be like at 70% now.
Right.
Like, people are missing them left and right.
Right.
How do y'all feel about the rule now? Touchback is not no longer at the 20s, it's at the 25.
You're going to see more teams starting to kick
The-
closer.
And the Patriots, were doing that
They
all
trying
night.
to bring back the return, like because once they brought it like so close, everybody is kicking it out in the back of the end zone. now.
Well, actually
they take the game out of the special teams. It's like taking fun out of the special teams.
Well, what was funny, it was supposed to be designed to make sure nobody returns the kicks. But instead, what teams are doing, you know what? 25, yeah, let's kick it close so they can bring it out.
Yeah, it's like if they play a numbers game. Maybe
Right.
we can stop them before they get to the 25 versus kicking out the back of the end zone and giving it to them at the 25.
Right.
Byron?
Couple things stand out to me. I'll start with the Ravens. They got the win like I thought they would. Couple things. The left side of the line played very well. Alex Lewis, Ronnie Stanley. The question was Yonder.
Lewis
Yonder
played well. I
Yonder
can't
and
say for
Zuda.
Stanley.
Well, Stanley only got beat once from what I saw from the film. But
Yonder,
Zuda,
yes.
Zuda and Yonder. What's
Zuda
up?
was trash.
Yeah,
Zuda
and
about to get cut in here in a moment.
Can you believe Yonder only had 3 penalties the past 3 years? He had, I think,
Two in that game,
Two in
yeah.
that game alone. But the Ravens look good. Defense looked faster. Sharice Wright played very well.
Very well.
Or looked well.
Yeah.
Offense got to be able to run the ball better. But I think that'll come in the next few weeks. And Rashad Perriman had a nice catch.
Yeah, he's not a
Stood
man,
out to me.
folks. He's
Stood out to
out
me.
there.
Look at that. He out there. I ain't believe it.
Few more. I
He's
should have
the brainy-
stayed with my Bucks pick. Jameis Winston,
Tore it up.
my man.
I was going to say, yo,
Woo!
I thought of you as soon as
I
I
know.
saw that. I was like,
I
Byron,
know.
wait,
But
did you
look
pick the
at- look-
Bucks?
I
Look who the weapons he got
Yeah,
around.
and
I did.
look, I was one of those people too. I didn't pick the Bucks
know,
either
'cause of last year.
because somebody kept saying that's my dog, and I thought his dog was going to help me to victory.
Hey, he
That's
got a
my-
touchdown yesterday.
That's my dog. Happens to be Julio Jones. Happens to be
And
Julio
that
Jones.
happens to be me, Cravante Hurd here.
But,
that is my dog, Julio Jones.
They're in the doghouse.
But it's not the offense; it's their defense. It's always going to be the Falcons' defense. Always.
Another dog we trust in. Let's talk about AJ Green.
I say,
Reeves
boy.
Island got burnt to the ground yesterday. Got burnt to the ground.
He's still the best corner. In the
I saw
NFL.
an article that said he was out of shape from his surgery off season. I said yes because AJ Green's numbers and whoever had him on fantasy, hands down, he had about 30-40 points on fantasy
But
alone.
AJ though,
Oh, my.
you can't.
But
you
still,
can't-
but Revis is
It's
supposed
like-
to be that guy. He's supposed to at least limit you, but he went off.
Reeves been really kind of dwelling in this.
Ever since the Super Bowl,
Like,
ever
really.
since that Super Bowl,
Yeah,
I
right.
said.
Since he got his ring, he like, oh man, look, y'all got my money now. I could just go to the Jets and retire. That's what I want to retire. He's working on his retirement pitch, but right now.
Denver told y'all they was going to win. They made Cam do what, Dre? They make him do what?
Tap dance better than
I
Lake Ray
thought-
He wasn't
Hines.
tap
There you
that-
go.
And
He
that
got
could have been my disappointment pick for real because Cam, you would think they would come out and try to make a statement against Denver, but Denver, give credit to Denver, they beat them up.
Well, it was
But
a,
listen,
that was a
but-
that,
but
was a
I don't
But
see what everybody's
wait.
saying.
No.
I'm with
The
you.
Panthers did make a statement. It's just that they didn't sustain the
I'm about
statement
to say.
throughout because they had him 17-7. And Cam Newton was flossing and everything on the side. Like, y'all saw him.
It was
and
adjustment.
to a
That's all it
degree, John Rivera, you saw the fact that he can adjust a little bit as well because Kubiak kind of sort of had that. You saw 17-7. If this was supposed to be anything, the Denver would have beat them worse than they beat them.
But you
They
gotta-
actually held their ground. I'm more shocked that that's what we need to talk about. These calls, these helmet to helmets.
Yes,
I think Cam took about a good 3, 4, 5
Yeah, he
hits
took a
that
whipping.
did not get
He
called.
He took a whip.
One of them they said that should have been called defensive. Should have been called on the defense.
It was like 2 should have been definitely a penalty on Denver. I would say though, football is a game of once you want to change. Once you got to develop into a different strategy once the second half start up. Once you can't keep running the ball, keep doing that misdirection stuff for real. Because once somebody get on it, they gonna keep doing it.
And that's true.
They passing game. They didn't have probably a good 90, 89 yards passing in the second half for real.
Yeah.
You got and you got Calvin Benjamin. You supposed to been doing something with Calvin.
He looked
Benjamin.
He looked pretty good.
Yeah,
He played well. He played well.
How do we feel about Trevor Siemian? But to Denver's decree, they went through a stretch where they did not score. So and Carolina has a good defense.
Denver, they do 2 things well that you need to win. They run the football and play defense. All they need is their quarterback not to turn it over. You got to travel to Denver playing that altitude, and they're still technically the team to beat in that division.
Simeon played well. He should. Demarius Thomas is overrated to me.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Oh my
And
gosh, thank
he
you.
dropped so many passes
Thank
for
you.
real that is.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Wow.
Oh man,
Wow.
thank you so much.
Like,
I feel like
wow.
I was the only one that believes that.
like wow, like
He is
I
so
mean, he has the
overrated, man.
speed, and then like he hurt. He stayed hurt. Like he can't. I say he averaged probably 10 games a season.
wow.
Is that generous?
So
That's generous.
over.
That's a generous
Oh my gosh, I'm
like,
so glad you
and,
said
and,
that.
And just the injuries and then the drops, you can't do that. You need a number one receiver.
Especially for a young guy, you need
Right.
you
And-
need
and
you
you
need to
need
be reliable. You need to be reliable for
Exactly.
him.
You gotta have confidence. In, your quarterback gotta have confidence.
You know what I don't
especially
like
a
about
rookie.
Demaryius Thomas is he drops passes with room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Easy. He'll drop a screen. Like
Like,
a
bruh.
bubble. It'll be a bubble screen. He'll straight drop it like, oh,
Yeah,
my bad.
say he'll drop the
Like-
screen.
Like, come on, man.
Also, just
Yes.
wanted to just give credit to the greatest coach in NFL history, Bill Belichick.
Oh,
NFL history?
You gotta give
Yes,
him credit.
NFL history.
You gotta give
you
him
gotta
credit.
give us
That's
a
a
bit.
Who's better?
He's
Yeah,
up
who's
there,
better?
man.
That's
I
a bit
can't-
much.
He's the greatest coach in NFL
actually-
history.
He's kind of up there.
Actually,
man.
I will at least say he's in the conversation.
Oh,
You
yeah,
think
definitely.
Past Landry and Lombardi and those
Yes,
guys?
in today's game
Already.
where things,
Where cheating is allowed.
technology.
Where cheating is allowed.
Okay, first of all, you still got to go out there and perform. Second of
saying.
all,
That's why your quarterback's 4 games out. I mean,
but
maybe-
hey, they put in Jimmy Garoppolo. I feel like I can go play quarterback and we
Look.
can win.
it's
that's-
next
and
man
that's just-
up.
and that's
next
just-
man up in
you-
Patriots Nation. All I mean,
They-
what else adjustments did you need him to make?
Wait a minute, you say next man up, but that does not apply to everybody with every team because
Exactly.
there's a lot
I
of
put him on
people. And if you miss your quarterback, it's a lot of teams that would have folded. But the Patriots, they were able to
I
pull
put him
that
at Bill
out.
Walsh level.
Yeah.
And I think their defense
he
is
is.
very.
He's at Bill Walsh level just off the fact because every other coach that can, just like you seen how the coaches came out of Bill Walsh level, all had championships and good pedigree teams that's winners. Just everybody that come from Bill.
We're gonna take a
is winners.
Real quick, just to wrap up this segment,
no.
we're on to
hold-
the Super Bowl.
I'm about to say, hold that thought, because we gotta take a break, and then when we take this break and we come back, it's the important part. Game balls, not so game balls. It's the Flex Zone. We'll be right back.
On to the Super Bowl.
Y'all come back now.
Go
yeah?
Ravens.
And we're back. The Flex Zone, people. You already know what we do, how we do it. Our home, Fox Sports, 1340 AM, and the only place where you get your sports how you want it, when you need it. September 11th, I got to talk about this real briefly with you guys. September 11th, I make no excuse by saying I don't think it was uncanny for the first game of the season, actually, for everybody to be on September 11th. I don't know if you remember this 15 years ago, but this country was despondent in search of something to show us that there was light at the end of the tunnel, that there was some sort of a future. When football came back, it resurged the country. We will always remember. We will never forget. One will never forget. This is my generation's Pearl Harbor. I was 12, 13. I remember watching it and watching it on TV in school and having to leave school. So we remember, correct?
Of course, man. I was in the 6th grade, and
Young self.
I was
I was in the 8th.
yeah, I was definitely in the 6th grade elementary school. That particular elementary school actually went to 6th grade, so that was my last year in that school. But yeah, I just remember a lot of commotion going on and all the adults being startled, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And then I heard we going home, so I was like, "I bet I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going home, so whatever." But then I really didn't understand what really happened until later on, and I grew up like, wow, like 2 of the biggest towers in New York City went down via plane. Like, this is crazy. And of course, there's a bunch of conspiracies and all that that goes along with it. But it was healthy. It was really healthy that the NFL came through, and we all needed that. And for like 3 hours out the day, for the whole day of Sunday, we was together.
What's more American than football? And not to forget about the plane in Pennsylvania that they say, hypothetically speaking, was heading for the White House.
Well,
But
I don't
I
know.
think as football being a team sport, it was so many victims lost in that these tragedies, because it wasn't just in I know the tower was like one of the main areas, but it was other victims other places too. So it was just like it was a band of brotherhood, people coming together, and people love football. So I know my friends got together, and we always get together for football season. So it just bring people together, make them love it a little bit more, because it was a trying time doing that.
Sports and society, people. I think people try to shy away, but so much. You cannot forget they go hand in hand, right, D?
Yeah, that it does. And I guess with me, my mom's birthday's on September 11th. So,
Oh wow.
so right there when it happened back when I was in 10th grade, it was like, man, what a devastating situation. 15 years later, with the new voting cycles coming up, you're gonna have to teach this in school. There ain't gonna be people that remember this.
I actually can say I remember September 11th. It's
Yeah.
our generation's
Right.
Pearl Harbor.
And at the time it united the parties. I know we don't talk much politically, but you look at now and then, and it's like, man, we gotta reunite somehow. And it's sad that something like that had to happen to get everybody to unite, but
Right.
That's crazy. That's interesting you bring that because someone from New York said, I remember the kindness in the air and everybody willing to help each other. Some way, somehow, we have to remember to get back to there.
Oh yeah, because definitely everybody was vulnerable. Everybody,
no doubt.
affected directly or indirectly. Like everybody was vulnerable, and we all needed one another at that particular time.
I know.
It was crazy when a New York person said it was love in the air.
Right, true.
They stay angry
Because it ain't like that by nature.
Right.
Just
They angry.
Just my quick, if that other plane would have hit somewhere though, man, them folks on that plane didn't take
We
it
got to talk
down.
about the
Oh,
aircraft.
no,
We got to
I mean,
also give light to those that were on these planes and the pilots on these planes. And the reason why the one in Pennsylvania went down was because they were fighting.
Yeah.
They weren't going to lay down and stay down. And I just remember, I don't know, Dre, I remember people, and in that situation, the building's 100 stories feet. I'm like,
Oh,
why
yeah, they're huge.
You jumping out the window, but I mean, hey, if I could find a way to survive, and I guess that's you're in that innate nature.
You gonna try?
I hope I land on my feet.
Tuck and roll.
I ain't gonna fade you. I took my chances elsewhere. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Tuck and roll.
Yeah, man, it was tough.
You ain't talking the road from 100 stories up. I'm just saying.
Damn.
Any thoughts, Dre?
I mean, that day is tough. Similar to you, I was in the 8th grade, and I remember our teachers were saying that the school is looking at y'all because y'all are the leaders. And then just getting home and seeing the seriousness of it, and then actually finding out that people in the school actually had relatives that died in the World Trade Center, and then being able to just see. I know the country's going through some racial tensions right now, but that was a time in America when I can actually say that we were all united. Didn't matter if you were white, black, purple, whatever. We were all one, and we were all that day just proud to be Americans. And I was really proud of the country and the unity that was able to happen during those times.
Byron?
Unlike you all, I was in 1st grade. But
Oh, please.
no, it was crazy because I didn't know what was going on. I just remember just walking home and hearing we were under attack. So didn't really know what was going on, but just seeing what happened, it was just like a surreal feeling. Just kind of felt numb. And just knowing something like this could happen so close to home, you kind of were thrown off. But now it kind of helps ease the pain when you have football to think about and, September push with the playoffs and baseball. So you kind of, can take your mind off of it. But you remember it, of course. But definitely something that'll never be forgotten. And crazy thing, it's already been 15 years.
Can't believe it's
Yeah,
been 15
man.
years.
That I couldn't believe.
All right, people. Game ball, not so game ball. Make it quick, because we got to get into week 2.
Well, my game ball, I'm going to have to go with Michael Crabtree to be able to convert that 2-point conversion.
That was huge.
Especially because I thought maybe it would have went to Amari Cooper in that situation. But, I mean, you kind of sometimes forget, like, well, Michael Crabtree is on this team. And then the fact that he was able to ball out and catch that play in a crucial time. And that sometimes is one play that can make or break a season. And I think that play has really paved the way for the Raiders this season. I said that they're a playoff team waiting to happen, and this is a step in the right direction. My not-so-game ball, I got to go to Dallas.
Did he? Hold on. Did he show up to the? Did he come? Did he drive to the game?
No, it's not even.
Oh,
it's not even for him.
Okay.
It's about the other.
Or the overrated
El
one.
Stupido who
Terrence
who
Williams.
wouldn't
Stupido.
who
Who
I
had
don't understand.
the guy that you're saying? Did he show up doing looking like he was directing traffic?
How do you not know to not go out? Like, It's supposed to go out of balance, my dude. Everybody knows that.
It's definitely a head scratcher, but man, you have to know the situation.
That's as
you have to know time and situation.
That's as elementary as you can get.
And just remember, Mike, quick, this dude wanted a big contract here at one time.
I don't even want to address his name, man.
As they said
that's how upset he made.
You got to be insane.
Anyway, his name was Terrence Williams, guys.
Don't even deserve a name.
Anyway,
because as Dion said on NFL Game Day, you could just pack your bags right now, brother. We don't even need. Just keep going to the locker room.
You walk home after that.
That's right. The bus leaving you.
Well, I'm so glad you didn't take my game ball. I would have been highly upset. But definitely. AJ Green, guys.
Ooh, Lord.
12 catches, 180 yards, and a touchdown.
Ooh, Lord.
Probably about 15 yards a catch on average. Oh, my gosh. I call him the Raven Killer, but he's a killer in general. And where was Darrelle Revis? Where was this Jets defense?
Devontae,
he went on vacation on his own island.
He went to Revis Island and burned that Stephen O'Brien to the ground.
It was all bad. But AJ Green, he's a killer in general. Definitely a top 5 receiver, in my opinion. Not so game ball. I'm gonna be a little bit more specific in that in the Dallas not so game ball. Dez Bryant.
Hold on. Did he show up to the game? Did he go to the game?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I saw him drop a pass.
Was he on the sideline?
You saw him on his face. His face deserved a meme.
Was he in the locker room after the game, probably with a shirt off, like Mikal like to see?
Probably. Hey, he might have been.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm looking for him. He might have been.
I know he was there, but I just didn't see him.
He was directing traffic. You see?
I'm just saying, but at the end of the game, I'm just saying he had one catch for 8 yards.
His fault.
You're supposed to be a premier receiver, right? You're the number one receiver on the Dallas Cowboys.
But I do give the acquisition of Janoris Jenkins a lot of credit. He could be a physical big corner, get under Dez's skin. That's why I told you the G-men are going to the playoffs.
You know what? I think it's a little too easy to get under Dez's skin.
That's a good point.
He was already animated within that before the second quarter was even over. I want to ask this thing about Dez Bryant though. Everybody's so quick to say he's this big guy. We ain't seen. Have you seen anything big? When the last time you saw
I was going to say
a big play?
I would say probably out of all the top receivers, he's behind all of them.
Great weapon, but come on, man.
He's awesome. Out of all the tier 1 receivers, I think he's behind all of them.
Great weapon. Where is he?
When of course he can't be one of the top receivers when they keep taking away crucial touchdowns that he has clearly made and saying
moving
that they're not
forward.
We're
going
first of all, didn't he drop another touchdown?
No.
Then he dropped 2 because he was throwing Dak Prescott pretty good passes. He thrown to Dez Bryant twice in the end zone, and what happened?
Okay, with that
0 points.
Tony, you're their guest here. You game ball. You're not so game ball. Who gets your come on, man?
My game ball will go to D'Angelo Williams because he was really the only running back this week rushed for 100.
Well, Lamar Miller too.
Well, yeah. Lamar Miller, he did have 100 yards. Yeah. He did. Give him credit. But he had a 143 for 2 touchdowns on 24 carries.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty darn good.
So I had to give him a game ball. I mean, AJ was a good, that was a good runner-up for real. I liked that. And Drew Brees, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Drew Brees.
It's just that I can't.
I mean, just off the loss. They lost, so
that's
you can't
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's I can't give it to him because he lost.
You still had 423 yards, so
that's nasty.
That is nasty.
Who gets your? Come on, man, bro. Did you really do that?
My come on, man, bro. I would actually have to say, hey, what's his name? I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
What game is it?
Give us a team. Give us something.
Give us something. We might be able to help you here, bro.
Actually, it was the Chargers was got the not so game ball because they actually gave up the lead. They was actually up by 2 touchdowns for real, and with good 5 minutes left. They should have won that game.
And the quick flex zone fact. Toy, that is. The Chargers have not won a divisional game in almost 2 years.
Wow.
Well, let's just make it 3 now.
Please, your game ball, not some game ball deep.
Game ball, I'm going to dig deep for this one. I'm going deep. Minnesota's defense.
Okay.
Saved the day yesterday because, boy, they
looking bad.
Sean Hill looked like a statue.
I told you I was rooting
for
the
the
Titans.
statue.
I was rooting for the Titans.
But yeah, Mariota threw the pick six, and it turned the game around for Minnesota. So they get the game ball, the not so game ball.
Who got on your nerves?
It's between these bad defenses of the Saints and the Chargers, man.
Right.
Trying to look, both of them in there. Cause
games.
both of them had hands around their necks, man. And I'm going to say the Saints more because the Raiders went for two two-point conversions and made them both.
Exactly.
With ease.
And weren't supposed to throw those.
I mean, well, the Saints defense hasn't been good
did it with
since.
confidence.
It's been the Aints defense.
It
for a minute.
hasn't been
It did it
good
with
since
The Super Bowl, yeah.
The Super Bowl.
since I guess since the Super Bowl. Like we ain't seen the
They did it
Saints.
with confidence. They was too
Right.
confident.
Well, they can't beat nobody. They can't
Derek
make
Carr said,
secret.
oh, yeah, we going for two.
Right now.
Right
now.
now.
The bounty scandal. They can't do what they.
Oh, no.
I don't even think he
That's
had
true.
the coach permission when he went for two. They had to call a timeout. Like, hold up, you sure? What's up?
Yeah, that defense stinks. Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Like,
Sure.
Listen, you ain't even got to consult with us
at
up
all.
here.
Like,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Byron, game ball.
Well, I'm going back to my boys in Tampa. Famous Jameis.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, he was mentoring young Francois. When Florida State got that win, they will be in the college football playoff, by the way. We'll talk about that next week. Jameis Winston, first quarter, was only 3 for 7, 15 yards with an interception. But the rest of the game, 20 of 26, 266, and 4 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Definitely ascending to that very good category. Right in the top 10, probably knocking on that door.
Definitely.
But not so game ball, always find something crazy. The fans, I don't know if you guys heard before the games, President Obama gave the pregame speech for the 9/11 ceremony to reflecting, and fans were booing him.
Yep.
Right.
Now, if I have a second here, what the hell is wrong with y'all? First of all, y'all get mad at people for kneeling and putting hands up during the flag, right? During the national anthem, right? But y'all boo the president. Oh, y'all think it's bad now? Wait till November. It's only going to get worse. So you better enjoy what you got.
You ain't lying
I can't
about
believe
that.
that, man. People are so hypocritical, man. I know this ain't politics show. That's a goddamn shame. They need to be drug tested immediately. I can't believe
I
it.
agree.
Crap, man.
Preach on, my man.
Are
Preach on.
question: are these protests either? And they asked this on first thing. I have to ask this here: are the protests going to get kind of sort of like, oh, here's another one? Are they going to get too drawn out?
You know
People
why
get
it's
sick of
not?
them?
Because more and more people are starting to do it. And the thing about it is that fraternity of athletes, it's an elite club. So when you look at it, and the thing about it is the NFL, if they really didn't want us to know what they were doing, they don't have to put the cameras on it. I'm sure it's a person in the truck saying camera 3, camera 2. You don't have to show the person if you don't want attention to it. The NFL knows they want attention to it because it brings eyes. When you bring eyes, you bring money.
And
NFL is king. They want the dollar bill, y'all. It's not a game. It gets deep, but
Negative
nevertheless.
publicity
And you
or
know what?
positive
Exactly.
You know what?
publicity
In my opinion, why the NFL hasn't come down on Colin Kaepernick, them jersey sales.
They can't.
Exactly.
And his jersey ain't been popping
They
since
can't.
4 years ago. His
Since
jersey
Since the
wasn't even.
Super Bowl,
This
since
is-
the Ravens.
His
Super Bowl.
jersey wasn't even
Because
popping
this
that much
is
then.
America,
Right.
And
He just
and
stepped
it's a
to
lot
see.
of players that before they even said anything about Colin Kaepernick not doing something for the standing up for the
National anthem.
National
anthem. It was other players already doing this. Like this happened years ago, so it was like this is nothing new. It's just that because somebody, in the media want to bring this to attention or spotlight this as something, worthwhile. Because really, this really resurged. I mean, nobody was thinking about Colin Kaepernick before.
No, we forgot he was playing quarterback. He was almost getting cut.
Right. now he the number 2 quarterback. He was probably the number 4 on the list before.
Out of 3 quarterbacks.
Right.
We need a stat on Colin Kaepernick's jersey sales 4 years ago to where they
he's
are
got the number
now.
one selling jersey.
To where
Alright,
they
so-
are now versus
But that's a
then.
goddamn shame. You,
Off of,
America,
off
people.
Of not even
America.
stats or what he doing on the field.
On 9/11,
So
we were
we-
remembering people who have fallen, lost their lives, responded, been heroes. We're going to boo a president.
But that's been the question though. Are we, and we gotta move on to these picks. But are these stances are these stances projected to veterans, or are they projected to just the stance that is being made on police brutality in America?
Well, actually, let me address
he
that
cleared
because
that one up.
that was about to be my point. Was that we're so caught up in what various media outlets want us to focus on instead of the actual problem and the root of what Colin Kaepernick was saying. He said this is not addressed to the flag. This is not addressed to disrespect the armed forces. Mm-hmm. He said this is to address the issues of police brutality and the fact that African Americans are getting equal treatment here within this country. That was the root of what he said, and he said this on several occasions, and we've deviated from that, saying that, oh, it's been about the veterans, or it's been about the flag, when no, it's not been about any of that. Colin Kaepernick wants change, and he wants the killings of young African American men to stop. So
he's been perfectly clear. It's just everybody's making it perfectly unclear. Anyway,
it is not even everybody. It's the people that's running the media. that's not making it perfectly clear. And it's crazy that
we must do better.
You know what I'm saying? They're fighting, saying like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe he didn't stand for the flag," but you booed the commander in chief, the guy who's in charge of all the armed forces. I don't understand
you're
you.
Vote for
the man that found Obama.
I'm just saying, like,
and you're going to vote for either Hillary or Donald Trump.
Osama. the man that found Osama.
I'm scared to even
you look. You're taking the L either way, so you think it's bad now.
Either way,
shoot, you complain about what you got, but when you get to November, you
it's
better get your passports ready.
We about to find out the highway, and already got mine, baby.
There you go.
Already got mine.
Here we come, baby.
And trust me, in November, it's going to be bad.
Oh, man. We go in next to what happens to be week 2 of the NFL. Man, listen, if you didn't win week 2 and by week 3, you're going to be in trouble. Anyway, we got to get into these picks, baby. Week 2.
It's going to be a new champion here.
New champion. Anyways.
Probably not.
Thursday night football, baby.
Back on CBS, baby.
The Jets go play the Bills. I'm going to pick the Bills.
This is easy for me, the Jets.
And guess what? Somebody's old's going to stay.
The Bill.
Ooh, somebody's about to go 0-2.
Yeah.
Boy.
I don't have Brandon Marshall having just 3 catches this week, so I'm going to just say the Jets just because they're running game.
Not only that, I mean, the Jets have actually had the Bills' number.
Right, and they got Matt Forte. Like, don't think the running game ain't going to. The Jets actually runs the ball very well, so it just was a up and down game. They had
that was a playoff game.
Right.
Week 1 was a playoff game.
Everybody knocking the rust off. So hopefully the Jets just had
the Ryans come into town. They come back to the Jets. Rex Ryan, most importantly. Mm-hmm. So picks
Jets.
Conventional wisdom this week usually say the Bills, but I'm picking the Jets as the road team to win.
Had the Bills in the playoffs. I'm going to stick with it at home. I think Darby and Gilmore will be able to hold the receivers of the Jets down.
I'm with you, brother. Sunday, we're starting this 1 o'clock bracket. Panthers, 49ers. They go to Carolina. I'm picking the Panthers.
What they going to do? They going to beat them like a what?
A drum,
like
baby.
A drum.
There you go.
And more importantly, Hammer Time's coming to Carolina.
Oh, look, they're going to beat them like that drum they was banging at the Super Bowl last year.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad, baby. Put your money on Carolina.
They coming west to east,
Carolina,
too?
come on now.
Everybody.
As much as I don't want to root for the
after
Panthers
a
anymore.
Monday night game.
Panthers because the 49ers got the Panthers had the longer week rest. And
that's another thing. That's true.
Yeah.
Panthers really going to be
Woo! I don't know about this one, but you know what I'm going to do all the time? Them boys, they come in the FedEx Field. You better watch the Redskins. I'm picking the Skins.
Somebody's old stand.
It always never end every year. I ain't going nowhere.
Somebody old stand.
You know what?
I'm biased.
All the time.
The Skins and the Cowboys,
come on, man. Get out of your soliloquy and pick.
Y'all, you know what? Just because you said that, I was actually going to pick you, but
you wasn't.
No, I really was, but you just changed my mind. I'm going with the boys.
See, he always does that. He always does it like that matters.
Do that anyway.
Right. He always does it like it matters. Who cares? Mikhail's going to do that anyway, so you should have just picked the boys from the jump. You knew Mikhail was going to say something. Anyway, I never picked the Redskins. I mean, I never picked the Cowboys over the Redskins. Never. I don't care how bad the Redskins look. I hate the Cowboys. Like, that's in my heart. I'm going with the Redskins.
Right on.
Yeah,
make it quick.
Redskins.
D?
Cowboys will win.
All righty. Moving on down that 1 o'clock bracket. The Bengals play at 1 o'clock. They play the Steelers.
Oh.
However, I'm going to pick the Steelers.
Somebody's old hair got to go in the loss column.
Oh, wow. That's early.
This is a
I'm
big
going to roll with the steel curtain.
I'm going with the curtain, too.
Pittsburgh at
I'm
home.
going with Steelers at home.
The Bengals usually don't do well in Pittsburgh. So
They don't. That is true.
Steelers in a close one.
I think it will be a close game.
Well, I think it'll be close to the Bengals. It's not a night game, so they definitely have a shot. But I'm going with the Steelers. I picked them to win the division. I'm going with them.
Tony, Steelers?
Steelers.
Moving on, shall we? The Saints go play the Giants. I'm picking the Giants.
Oh, when the Aints go marching in.
Hold on.
Aints go marching in.
That might be bad.
Correct how you introduced them. NFC East champion to be New York Football Giants.
One day.
Oh, you know they ain't happening.
The G-Man. Hold on, first of all.
You didn't pick the Giants.
I did. Pick up the
You
ticket.
picked the Giants.
Yes.
He did pick the Giants.
Okay.
I
I'm
said what's
wrong.
going to happen.
I'm
Yeah, he
wrong.
did.
I told you
Okay.
when y'all play the Redskins, Odell's going to put up numbers like he played them 3 times.
Okay.
It's going to be the Giants going to be 2-0.
All right,
So-
all right. We got the Giants. Is that overall consensus, people?
Yeah.
Universal Giants. Yeah.
Okay, moving forward.
Universal this one too.
Chiefs,
I don't
go
think so.
play the Texans. I'm
Oh,
going
Chiefs
to
and
go with the
Texans?
Chiefs. They better beat the Texans.
Oh, we Chiefs
The
Texans?
Chiefs and the Texans.
I got the
Oh.
Texans just because they home.
The Texans last year got mollywopped twice at home to Kansas City,
And the playoff game, yeah.
and it's going to be a
But-
third time. I think not as bad this time, but Kansas City's going to win.
I don't think it's happening.
I picked the Texans to also win the division, and I'm going with them as well. I think Kansas City burned themselves out coming back from that
I think
from
Kansas City.
that
gon-
almost whooping that they almost took.
May I keep it moving, shall we?
Texans.
What about the Pats? What about the Pats and the Dolphins?
Pats and the Dolphins.
Dun, dun, da, da, da,
Pass.
da, da, da,
It will be a
da,
close
da,
game.
da,
It will be a
da,
close
da,
game
da.
for the
All
Patriots.
right.
Yeah, it's
picking
a
the Patriots.
division
Hold
game.
on. Super Bowl bound Patriots. I'm sorry.
Oh, here we go.
I hate to say it.
Well, with the Patriots.
Guy got adjectives for every.
Yes,
all
he
of them.
does, don't
I'm
he?
going with the Dolphins.
I was going to say that's
Wow.
why I brought it up because he was saying he was picking his upset. That's why.
That's
That's
my-
the
I brought
upset.
that up.
It's upset. I don't know.
Okay. Moving down that bracket, shall we? 1 o'clock. We still in there. Titans, Lions,
Lions. Oh
picking
my
the
God.
Titans.
Titans on the road.
That Lions defense is horrible.
I'm gonna say the
Lions
I'm gonna
defense
say
is really
the
bad.
The Lions at home, man.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say the Lions.
Surprisingly, I thought the Lions would be the worst team in the league. They're going to be 2-0.
I'm
Right.
picking the Titans.
I'm picking the Titans too. Let's move on.
Still young.
The Ravens go on the road.
Oh,
pick.
no, this is going to be
Yeah,
hammer
baby.
time.
It's going to be a
Now are the
Yeah.
Browns, but the Browns always
already know my
somehow
pick.
didn't the Browns find a way to beat the Ravens last year?
No, we
They
beat them.
did. They
we
did
beat
beat
them.
No,
them.
that was
They
year
did.
before.
They
That was
did.
year
No, they
That
did.
was
They
year
beat us
before
once
you.
last year.
They beat them once.
They did.
No, the Ravens won. Both
They ain't
games.
win both
No,
meetings.
They
We
won.
lost
They
at
did.
home. We lost at home.
We
Oh, we lost
one.
at home?
Yeah, they beat us. Out.
I'm still gonna pick the Ravens.
That's right. Well,
Is
you
everybody
should.
else picking the Ravens?
You should.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
beat
who's the
them.
Browns quarterback?
No offense, I like USC, but Matt Barley is
Josh-
not beating the Ravens. this week.
Now-
Josh McCown
has
is
a
the
good-
quarterback.
Oh,
got
Josh
a good-
McCown? Oh,
yeah.
God.
Say, what college she go to?
This next pick, I'm going to you.
Forget him. Forget him.
This next
about
pick,
Matt
I'm
Barnes.
going to you, Cravante, because this
Johnny
pick
Manziel?
here, the Rams always have the Seahawks number, but some crazy way I'm gonna pick the Seahawks. Still, you picking the Rams, ain't you?
This the
I
L-
want to
Do
pick
it.
the Rams, but the way they play
this
in the
the LA.
divisional
This
game,
the LA Rams.
I don't like.
This the LA
But they
Rams.
all-
Right,
Always
this is
have
LA. This is LA, so
the
it's
LA.
different. It's different.
But they always have their number.
I still
I'm not gonna reach. I'm not gonna reach this early. You are very right, but I'm not gonna reach this early. I'm going with the Seahawks. I'm not gonna reach.
Is that overall
Hawks?
consensus? The Hawks.
It's the Hawks.
The Super Bowl bound Seattle Super.
Hey,
I ain't
agree
going
with
that
one.
far, but,
I might agree with that one.
It ain't the Cardinals, goddamn.
It might be.
Say another shot to my
I know,
Cardinals.
right?
Say another
Are you
shot.
still in the choo-choo train?
Yes,
Tony?
absolutely.
Tony,
I got Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Hawks.
All right, the Hawks, baby.
Hawks, baby.
Jaguars go play Chargers. Jaguars will beat the Chargers. I'm going in that. Oh, wait, I skipped one.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Buccaneers. Cardinals will beat the Buccaneers.
Yes, they will.
I got the
Yeah,
Bucks.
I got the Cardinals at home.
I got the Cards at home.
You already know who I
You
got.
got two upsets
I
then.
got 2 upset picks.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks go out there and play a good game.
Yeah.
I
They'll
wouldn't
play
be
well. It'll be an old fashioned desert shootout.
It's late.
Y'all know
late
who I'm
game
picking.
too.
Y'all already know who I'm picking. Let's move on.
All right.
He threw his shot. Let's go on. Jaguars, Chargers. Jaguars will beat the Chargers.
Jags.
I'm going with the Jags.
I'm going with the Jags.
Hold on, I should flip a coin every time we talk
what you
about
about
the.
to do?
Hold on.
About to
AFC
talk.
South champions to be Jacksonville Jaguars. They going to the playoffs, baby. They gonna win this game.
That's y'all- that's
Here you
y'all-
go reaching
I
again, big
don't,
fella.
I don't got them going to the playoffs, but I do got them winning this.
As you,
game.
as you
you
hear the
go,
coin,
reaching again, big
as y'all
fella.
hear the
I
coin
do
flipping in the
gotta
air,
win,
that
yeah.
Flip Rivers, he gonna lose Sunday.
He did flip a coin,
He
America.
gonna have 400 yards, but he's still gonna lose.
We got to keep it moving, shall we? Falcons in the...
Raiders.
I'm picking the... There we go.
I think everybody should pick the Raiders because Matt Ryan is gonna disappoint us again, folks.
Well,
Man,
what's
but-
new?
I mean,
That's your dog.
that's my dog.
Hey, well, he gonna do well.
He didn't even say it.
This gonna be
I'm not
a tough,
even-
This is a tough game too. This
But I
gonna
do
be-
like that Sean Smith Julio matchup. Two big dudes going at it. It's gonna be a good matchup to watch. But I like the Raiders.
425 people. The
Raiders.
Colts will not redeem themselves because they go to Denver to play that defense and happens to be Von Miller. I'm going with the Broncos.
Oh,
Brock
hold on. What Andrew Luck don't got down there? in
Brock
Indiana?
Lesnar
They don't have a
of
what?
the NFL.
They don't have what in
Yeah, you ain't
Indianapolis?
lying.
An offensive line? Oh, damn.
Or
And they-
defense.
And they playing the best pass rush in the NFL?
That's had some extra rest too.
Whoo, 10 days. Von Miller.
Yes.
He's going to go crazy.
This is gonna be bad. I'm
might not be
praying for
pretty.
Andrew Luck right now.
Man, Von Miller going to go more crazy than somebody in Arkham. He going to go wild, man. He going to go wild.
Fonte saying he needs some luck Sunday.
No,
more than that.
Until they
He
get
going down.
somebody next to T.Y., I can't really.
I mean, no.
Dante Moncrief
Moncrief is pretty good.
Don't say that almost on the
Let's move on, shall we?
did.
Sunday night football on NBC. The Pack go play the Vikings. This would typically have been a good game.
I wish.
But I'm
Will
picking
it
up Pack.
be his first start?
Yeah, Sam Bradford's got to
Sam
start.
It
something.
might be. It
It's
might
got
be.
to.
It might
Got
be.
to.
I'm just saying,
In
man.
prime time.
If they were completely healthy,
This
the
be a tight
Vikings
game.
really got shot, especially at home.
Oh,
but
man, that would have been
I go with the Pack
This
because
is-
the Vikings hasn't shown me they have an offensive line yet.
Minnesota will be up for this game. This is the opening of their new stadium, so they will be up.
oh,
for
they
this
always
game.
when the Packers come to town, they always gonna
They
be up
gonna
for
be
it.
Man, I'm
He'll be
missing
out.
Teddy Bridgewater already, bro.
Because when AP didn't even have.
He only had
yards.
31 yards
They
rushing.
shut him down. Yeah,
Packers.
Packers in a close
They-
game.
I'm going with the bad man.
He
There you
was
go.
that bad man was
Respect.
held back last game.
The NFC North soon to be champion.
Oh yes, I'm not a fool. Not a fool.
Right.
My man raised no
Because
fool.
this next pick,
Hey man,
he ain't winning.
the Jags held bad man.
boy.
Hold on,
Come on.
hold on. You know who I'm rolling with on Monday night.
I ain't rolling with him.
You know, ain't nobody.
I'm
even
picking
watching
the
Monday
Eagles.
night.
He's gonna go with Jay Cutler and them bums.
Your rookie quarterback will show up in
Hey.
Monsters of the Midway. I
You
tell
know
you
what?
now.
I'm going to go with my man Byron.
We going with Cuddy,
We
baby.
going with Cuddy,
That's
baby.
right.
And this is an Eagles fan, by the way.
I see they switched it up this year. They put all the whack games on Monday and they picked all the games on Thursday.
Oh no.
Shoot, it's been like that. Shoot for a couple
Last,
years.
Hey,
now.
hey,
last year, all the whack games
Hey,
came on Thursday.
Hey, talk about say, hey Tony, for a first
Sunday
while, I
night's
was
been
like,
jumping.
yes, Thursday. We got football on Thursday now. Then I was like, what the heck is Thursday
Right, like,
now?
what is this? Like,
It's like, yo, did I see the Jaguars back-to-back Thursdays?
right.
What are we doing?
Right, come on.
And one of them was Jaguars Titans.
Right.
All right, fellas, not to end all the fun, but we done.
We done.
We done. Next week, people.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Monday
We talk
night,
about some
Eagles.
college football
Ravens.
next week with this beautiful NFL
gonna
we
be a
talk
big
about.
college
So that
football.
is your teaser for next week. We want to thank Tony for coming
love
by.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for coming out, man.
I'm trying
Coming
to
on
come
down.
back. Just
Come back, be a
Come
part
back.
of the team,
don't
sit in
lock
with
me
us.
out.
Oh,
No.
no, you good.
You know?
Oh, no.
You ain't to win it,
We're
baby.
not going to NFL you. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to NFL NBA
I
you,
ain't
man.
the Deflategate. I ain't Deflategate.
Unlike Chip Kelly, I don't mind relinquishing some
see,
powers.
that's-
Here we go.
Oh,
We
wait a
wa-
minute.
We want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Don't forget to like us on the Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Flex Zone 1. If you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, send us an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. Forgot to mention, you definitely got to be in on some boxing stuff. Tony's the
definitely.
boxing guy. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Flex Zone. Listen to the weekend edition of The Flex Zone. Oh, man. Tristan and
Chanel.
Chanel getting the job done.
I might have to make an appearance.
I might have to
Special
make an
cloth alert.
I might
I
make an
might
appearance,
have
too.
to make an appearance. But yes, listen to the weekend edition of The Flex Zone, which can be heard on SoundCloud and on iTunes. Tonight's show is executively produced by this man to my right, Andre Melton. Our senior producer is Crevante. You heard him. Our associate producer is Byron Dixon.
We on the air?
You on the air. And our host is moi. Our production team, Sophia Bree, Dwayne Allen, Hugh Scott, Brian the H, The Waters, Tyron Rice, our beautiful engineer, wonderful engineers in the back,
Big time.
and D, and our newly appointed Woman of the Hour on the team, Claudette. Hello.
Woo! Welcome to that.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Week 1 is in the books. Week 2 next week. And I'm going to say it like I said every week. I don't care if it doesn't rhyme. It's mine. I'm Mikkel like Kevin McHale. And the show, Byron, what are we?
We gone.